Hi everybody, welcome back to the 4th Street Chop Shop. We've got a new victim here today. This is a 68 Mustang coupe, and as you can see, she's pretty well shot. I got it to get parts off of it for my 67 coupe project that was introduced in a couple of videos ago. Came across this on Facebook Marketplace a few days ago. Went and looked at it yesterday and made a deal. The fellow tells me it's got a 9-inch rear in it, which is interesting because it's a 6-cylinder car, but it does have 5-bolt suspension on it. I really couldn't look underneath to verify because the car was on the ground, but I'll crawl under here in a little while and see if it does. But anyway, you know, I need stuff like all this window trim and taillights, rear bumper brackets, front bumper brackets are shot. If you can see that, the whole front end is torqued over to the right, but it sat in the weeds somewhere for 30 years or so. You can see the last inspection was from 1985. Here's a neat one. Look at the right here where she's split wide open, the water pump housing. When they pulled it out of the weeds, I guess she kind of let go a bit. Yeah, it's bad. The hood, parts of the hood are still attached to the hood hinges. This is hood framing. But yeah, she's got some good parts though, and she'll help the other car to live. You know, some cars must die that others may live, and this is one of the ones that's gonna die, unfortunately. But you know, she's just too far gone. I mean, there's no floors, there's no frame rails. I haven't seen in the trunk yet, but I imagine there's probably not much there either. So let me get to the inside. So I need like the steering column, gauges, a lot of the trim. That was the entirety of the exhaust system. One glass pack. Probably sounded pretty interesting behind the 6-cylinder. Yeah, first thing we're going to do is get her straight in the parking space a little bit so I can cover it up, because I'm probably not going to get back to this for a couple of weeks. And when I do, you'll see it right here.
Several months later.
Hey everybody, welcome back to 4th Street Chop Shop. Today we're working on this lovely piece. The 68 Mustang 6-cylinder 3-speed car. It's been off the road since 1985 and it really shows. I mean, there's not a good body panel on this thing. But you know, since I've been working on the glue factory Mustang, being built out of dead horses, it's got some stuff that I need. Steering box, steering column, window trim, front and back. Let's see what else. One export brace, shock mounts, uppers. I mean. Let's see. I already took the tail lights and end caps off of it, and a few other pieces. And now I got to finish up getting the rest of the junk off so we can get it out of my mom's driveway and stop stinking up the place. Starting to aggravate my brother a little bit, I think. But yeah, I'll probably pull the rear end too. It is 5-bolt suspension. Somebody might want that rear to convert their car from 4 to 5. Oh yeah, I'll probably get like the gauge cluster and a few other bits and pieces. But yeah, she's really, really rough. When they went to pull it out of wherever it sat for the last 30 plus years, I guess they just threw a strap over the front, and look at that, it pulled the whole front frame rail off the structure. As usual, it's got the battery box delete. All the upper aprons are gone. Here's something you see a lot on early Mustangs, where someone cut a hole so that they could install Zerk fittings in the upper control arm bushings, since Ford didn't see a way to design it so that people could do that themselves. But, you know, hey, as long as it lasted through the warranty period, that's all that mattered back then. You know, after it's out of warranty, they don't care what you do to them. It's not their problem anymore. But, yeah, anyway, let's get started. Alright, so I managed to get the lock cylinder out. So, we're going to see what's in the trunk. You never know if it'll open even. Jeez. Ah! Well, what do we got? We got some cylinder heads that appear to be small block Chevy stuff. Small block Chevy aluminum intake, or I'm sorry, iron intake. Here's the clip for the trunk lock. An air conditioning compressor. Chevy oil pan. Huh. There's a heater box of some kind. No, I don't think that goes to this car. Some pulleys. More small block Chevy stuff. Huh. That's a neat wrench. If anybody knows what that is, tell me what it's for down in the comments. Looks like a lawnmower piece. And a jack, some pulleys, a couple of bits of trim. Nothing earth-shattering. I was kind of hoping the transmission would be in here, because it's not in the car. Oh well, kind of an underwhelming trunk reveal, but you know, you never know what you're going to get. Okay, now we're going to go under and see if it's an 8-inch or a 9-inch rear. Now, I think I mentioned in the first video that I was told it was a 9-inch. And that would be nice. I don't see why it would be, though, because like I said, it's a 6-cylinder car, even though somebody has swapped over the V8 stuff. Or if it could be a late production 68 car, I mean, they had already switched from 4-lug to 5-lug for all the cars. It's been a long time since I've really done Mustangs, so I don't recall exactly. But anyway, here we go. It's an 8-inch or a 9-inch. Huh. Well, it's an 8-inch. 8-inch has these two dimples right here. And it's flat across the top. And you can get to these two bolts right here with an socket and an extension. So, no real surprise. But it is an 8-inch. Oh, air shocks. I guess that's no surprise. I found in the front springs, I found those little aluminum spacers you could twist in there to get some height out of them that they used to sell. And look, there's the carpet coming through the floor there. Shot down toward the bell housing. Well, I guess you could call this some kind of progress. All this pile here was in the trunk. Small block Chevy heads, small block Chevy oil pan, oil pump, and some other junk. Driver's door is off. Not the original one. If you notice, there's some green paint on it. Trunk lid. A lot of this stuff I'm only taking off because I need the hardware, you know. Like this stuff here. These are the... Oh, thunder. These are the bolts that hold the door hinges on, and the plates on the inside that hold everything together. And I swear, there's nothing on this car that they didn't damage. Look at this, the transmission cross members bent. I got what was left of the window trim off. I had gotten most of it off when I picked this car up a couple months ago. It's been sitting here since April, I think. Stinking up the neighborhood and lowering the property values. So, alright, let's see what else I can get done before it starts raining. Well, I didn't get a whole lot more done yesterday because we got interrupted by a severe thunderstorm and a tornado watch. So back on it today. See how much further I can get. Unfortunately, it seems like the more I look into this thing, the worse it gets. I wanted the steering column out of it, but I'm not sure if it's going to be usable. The bottom part of it seems to be rusted. It may just be the outer shell, but I'm not really sure. Well, further we go into it. Well, I'm a couple hours in today. Oh, it's hot. Passenger door is off. Mainly I just wanted the hardware, like I think I said before. So I jacked up the driver's side, and there's just nothing holding this car together. Here, let me get under and show you what I mean. You can see where the frame rail used to be. And the cowl and the upper frame rail, it's just gone. Look at that. Ah, look, somebody used these spring spacers. I guess the front end was sagging and they put those in. I bet it wasn't sagging because of that. I bet it was sagging because of all this. But yeah, I got the steering boxes ready to come out. I had to torch part of the what was left of the frame to get it. I went to pull the cross member, this one, that goes from frame rail to frame rail, and when the bolt came out, the engine almost fell out. So I guess I'm not getting the other one. This is the bolt. Not much left of it. Can't use that. So steering column is out, gauge cluster is out. Haven't decided whether I'm going to pull the clutch pedal or not. I do already have one. I don't know. It's really hot. I'm not sure how much more of this I feel like doing. I do want to get the rear end out because, like I said before, it's an 8-inch 5-bolt lug pattern, so somebody doing a 4-bolt conversion could use it. You know, I would pull the front drums, but they're really not worth it. Most people are adding discs to their cars anyway, so. But yeah, back to it. Well, it's 6:30, and I'm tired, hot, sweaty, dirty, you know, all the things. So, I guess we're done for the day. The main thing left to do at this point is pull the rear. I got a whole bunch of the dash stuff out. I thought about pulling the wiring harness, but I'd probably just end up buying a new one. They're not that expensive. Hopefully the guy with the weed trimmer isn't too loud. But anyway, that's it for today, and we'll pick it up again tomorrow. Okay, this will be the third? Yeah, I think third and hopefully final day of the Mustang teardown. The main thing I got to do today is get this rear end out. You see I've already got it jacked up. I got to throw some stands underneath it. And then I'm going to cut the rear out and give it a quick once over after that, and then call the scrap guy to come haul what's left of it away. Should be fun getting it on the rollback, because she really is about ready to fall apart. I mean, there's just nothing holding it together. But there we go. Alright, the rear end is out. Actually came out fairly easily. Don't know what gear it is. I'm assuming it's about a 280 or so. I spun the drum one time, and the yoke made not quite right. Yeah, just under a 1.5 revolution. And I think the way it goes is you do that and you double it, so that would make it about a 280 gear, and that's pretty common for these cars. So that's probably what it is. But yeah, now she's pretty well done. In the process of filling it back up with the junk that it came with. This big old pile of crap over here, which is now mostly in the back seat. And we'll give it a quick once over after I'm done with that. Like, I think I want to take the lenses for these backup lights because they appear like they're in pretty decent shape. So I'll pull them off. Maybe go over it again for see if there's any screws or anything I can use. Oh. And then I'm calling the scrap guy to have him come and haul it away. Alright, Judgment Day has arrived. The rollback is here to take what's left of it away. It was going to go to Foss Recycling over in Chesapeake, but apparently there's someone more local who thinks he may be able to do something with it. I hope he does. I'll pause for a minute till we get it rigged up. Alright, we're back. We're going to try and give it a pull.
It's definitely going to be a little noisy.
It's actually working reasonably well so far. Oh, my brother's going to have a cow with the scratches in the driveway.
Yeah, sorry about the scratches.
Nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. I have no idea how I'm going to get it off the truck.
What we did was we tied it to the pickup truck and pulled the rollback out from underneath it. Do a little re-rigging here, and I'll be right back. Hey, you know what? That actually went pretty well. Judicious use of a snatch block and it pulled it right up. Look at that. Alright, hold on a minute.
That's not too bad.
And there it goes. Now I just have to spend an hour or so and clean up the mess. Most of it's just sweeping, but I got one of the axle seal leaked and I got some oil to clean up over here. But yeah, that one's gone. Off to the next one. And you'll see it here on the 4th Street Chop Shop. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. I appreciate it.